We have seen in our previous videos how sound travels through a medium. It forms regions of high pressure called compressions and regions of low pressure called rarefactions. This series of compressions and rarefactions is what we call a sound wave. When a sound wave moves through a medium, the density and pressure of the medium vary. Let us see how they vary. We use the tuning fork as our source of sound and the air as a medium of propagation. The following figures show the pressure and density in the medium before vibration. Yes, they show the pressure and density before we set the tuning fork into vibration. When the tuning fork is not set into vibration, the pressure and density are the same everywhere in the medium. Let us concentrate on the pressure figure first. What will happen to the pressure in the medium after we set our tuning fork into vibration? Let us see that. We will concentrate on the right prong. So when this prong moves away from its mean position, it applies pressure on the surrounding air particles. Due to this, the pressure in the nearby region increases and it keeps on increasing until it attains its maximum value. This region has the maximum pressure, which is why it is called peak compression. Why do we say it's maximum or peak? It's because at this point, the prong has traveled its maximum displacement from the rest position. And as it starts its journey towards mean position, the pressure reduces in this region and keeps on reducing as the prong continues its motion towards the left. And the compression that was present here has traveled to this region in the form of disturbance. Let's get back to this region where the pressure has reduced. When will it have the lowest pressure? Can you guess? When the prong has traveled its maximum displacement towards the left, we get the region of lowest pressure. This is that region. So the tuning fork continues to vibrate and we get these alternate regions of high pressure and low pressure. Same thing happens with the density of the particles too. Do you know the meaning of the word density? It's very easy to understand. Say there are two square figures with equal areas on the screen. The first square figure is populated with 10 tiny dots and the second one is populated with 30 tiny dots. We say that the second one is denser. The dots are more compactly packed. More tightly packed the things are in a given area, the denser it will be. Now let's get back to our tuning fork example. The density is almost the same throughout. Now let's see what happens when the vibration begins. When the prong moves away from mean position, the density of particles increases and reaches the maximum in this region. At this point, prong has traveled its maximum distance towards the right. And as it continues its motion towards the left, the particles of the medium are spread apart and the density keeps on decreasing. And you'd have probably guessed that the density attains its minimum value when the prong has reached its maximum position towards the left. Note that we have taken tuning fork as our source of sound and air our medium of propagation. However, we will get the same results if we take any other source of sound and any other medium. Yes, whatever the source or medium is, the concept of a sound wave remains the same. So from now on, we will not mention any specific sources of sound. We will simply say source of sound whenever it requires mentioning. Now let's get back to our earliest figures of pressure and density. This is the way in which pressure and density in the medium vary. We can also represent them with the help of an interesting graph. Its horizontal axis represents the distance from the source as the wave travels through the medium, and its vertical axis represents variation in pressure or density. Upper region of this graph represents high pressure or high density zones, and lower region represents low pressure or low density zones. This is how the sound wave travels. The peak of the wave is called the crest, and the valley is called the trough of the wave. If you haven't understood this graph well, make sure you go through this video again. We will use this graph to discuss the properties of a sound wave in the coming videos.